12 surprising uses for salt everyone should know. If you think of salt as just another seasoning that sits on your kitchen counter, think again. This versatile household item has a ton of surprising uses that you may have never even considered. So it's time to shake things up and give salt the spotlight it deserves. Who knows? You may just discover a new favorite use for this humble seasoning. Let's dive right into the world of alternative uses for salt. You'll be amazed at what this simple mineral can do. Number 1. Make coffee less bitter. I know this sounds a bit odd, but there's actually a method to the madness. After all, salt is a flavor enhancer, and adding a little bit to your coffee will bring out its natural sweetness and reduce the harshness of its bitter notes. Just don't go overboard, or you might end up with a salty cup of coffee instead. Start with a small pinch and see how it goes. Number 2. Soothe a bee sting. If you get stung by a bee, one of the most important things you can do is act quickly to reduce the pain and swelling. One effective way to do this is by using salt. The moment the bee leaves its mark, head to the kitchen and mix a small amount of salt with a few drops of water to create a paste. Apply the paste directly to the bee sting and let it sit for a few minutes. You can repeat this process as needed until the pain and swelling subside. Obviously, if you experience any severe symptoms, such as difficulty breathing or a rapid heartbeat, seek medical attention immediately. Number 3. Wipe away oven spills. Oh no, another oven spill! When you notice that hot bubbly mess, grab a handful of salt and throw it over the spill while it's still fresh. Just be careful not to burn your arm. Let your food finish baking and take it out when it's ready. Once the oven cools down, use a damp cloth or sponge and wipe away the salt and any remaining residue. Number 4. Whip things into shape. If you want to whip your cream fluffier than a cloud and your egg whites taller than a skyscraper, don't forget to add a pinch of salt. Adding salt to cream before whipping helps break down the fat molecules, allowing it to whip up into a smooth and fluffy texture. Similarly, adding a small amount of salt to egg whites can help them whip faster and higher. The salt helps to stabilize the egg whites and to create a stronger structure, resulting in a more voluminous and stable foam. Number 5. Keep sliced apples from turning brown. Sliced apples start to turn brown faster than Clark Kent can change into Superman. So you have to race against time to use it before it starts looking unappetizing. But here's a simple trick. Soak them in slightly salted water to slow down the browning process. The salt draws out some of the moisture from the apple slices, reducing the amount of oxygen that can react with the enzymes and cause browning. And don't worry, you can't even taste the salt. It gets the job done without leaving a trace. Number 6. Test the freshness of your eggs. Forget the sniff test and try the saltwater method instead. Just fill a glass with cold water, add a generous pinch of salt, and gently place in the egg. If it sinks to the bottom and lays flat on its side, it's fresh as a daisy. If it floats to the top, it's time to toss it in the trash. The science behind it is that as an egg ages, the air cell inside grows larger, causing it to become more buoyant. The saltwater test helps to make this difference in buoyancy more noticeable, making it a quick and easy way to check the freshness of your eggs before you crack them open. Number 7. Freshen up a dirty broom. If you're a clean freak, you know that even the humble broom needs a little TLC every now and then. And that's because the bristles accumulate dust, dirt, and grime over time, making them less effective at sweeping up messes. To make your broom look new, fill a bucket with hot water, add a generous amount of salt, and then soak the bristles in the solution for 30 minutes to help loosen up the dirt and grime. After the soak, rinse the broom thoroughly and let it dry completely. It will be back in tip-top shape, ready to tackle any mess that comes its way. Number 8. Extend your milk's expiration date. Salt can work wonders in extending the expiration date of milk or half and half. Remember to add a pinch of salt to the carton immediately after opening it, and give it a gentle shake. The salt helps to slow down the growth of bacteria, which is what causes milk to spoil. This simple trick can give you a few extra days of freshness, allowing you to use up more product before it goes bad. Number 9. Keep your salad nice and crisp. Preparing a salad ahead of time is kind of tricky, since it tends to lose its freshness and texture quickly, becoming soggy and unappetizing. But you can keep your salad looking and tasting fresh for longer by sprinkling it with a bit of salt and tossing it gently. The salt helps to prevent the salad from wilting and keeps the leaves crisp for several hours. Number 10. Hold artificial flowers in place. If you're looking for a simple and inexpensive way to add a clean and stylish touch to your home decor, try filling a vase with salt. Just pour a layer of salt into the bottom of the vase and add your flowers. Not only does it create a sleek and modern look, but it also helps to stabilize flowers and greenery in the vase. Number 11. Put out a grease fire. Picture this. You're cooking up a storm in the kitchen, and suddenly, a grease fire erupts on the stove. Panic sets in as you frantically search for a way to put out the flames. Of course, you should have a fire extinguisher. But if you don't, keeping a box of salt nearby is a good idea. That's right. Salt is not only a seasoning superstar, it's also a secret weapon for putting out grease fires. By smothering the flames with salt, you can quickly and effectively extinguish the fire before it gets out of control. Number 12. Relieve a sore throat. The next time you feel that telltale tickle, dissolve 2 teaspoons of salt in a glass of warm water and gargle. The warm water helps to soothe the irritated tissue in the throat, while the salt acts as a natural antiseptic, helping to kill off any harmful bacteria that may be causing the soreness. It's a simple, old-fashioned remedy that can provide fast relief, and it's much cheaper than reaching for over-the-counter medications. As you can see, salt has many surprising uses that can make your life easier and more enjoyable. So next time you're in a pinch, don't overlook the power of salt. Thanks for watching. If you thought this video offered some useful information, give it a like and share it with your friends. It allows us to create more great content. If you want to see more videos from us, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a post.